You're probably wondering how I got here. Alone in a shed? In the rain? Well, it all started when I was a young boy. Actually, that's probably a little early. We'll pick it up after I downloaded Livonia, full price, even though it's 40% off right now. I managed to secure some loot without knowing where I was, and what turned out to be Topolin. Meanwhile, my character has the worst cold I've ever seen, and she's just coughing all over her hands and touching everything. I knew I was in a bigger city and knew that there had to be a hospital nearby, so I quickly hid in a cell and googled my location, like the MLG gamer I am. I located us on the map and found the nearest medical center and took off as quick as my influenza lungs would take me. Then disaster struck. I was spotted, and everything was going to come to an end. But I was lucky. Either this guy was trained by stormtroopers or my quick dancing skills dodged the bullets flying around me. But it wasn't over yet. I could run and hide, or be a man and fight back. I'd do what any proud American would in this situation. I hid in a shed for 10 minutes. While I sat there internally debating if I should stay or make a break for it, my attacker kept me pinned in my shed with a seemingly endless supply of bullets. With the sun going down and my sneezes getting worse, I needed to make my way down the road toward the medical center. Unfortunately, during my tactical retreat, the rain started to fall, not at all helping my common cold. At least it was masking the sound of me haphazardly sprinting down the street. Finally, I reached the medical center, checking corners and clearing rooms like the professional Dayz player I am. I managed to find some codeine pills. Oh, it says it works as cough medicine. After eating a few more codeine and finally googling what I actually needed, I left the hospital. Still full of mucus and despair, I decided to check around the immediate area in hopes that the pills I needed were nearby. As I searched the nearest car, I realized that any minute now, all the light will be gone and I'll be plunged into darkness. In the distance, I see a silhouette of a gas station. They sell pills in real life, my smooth brain said to me, so I quickly made my way there with the last of the light I had available. And just like that, the Dayz god smiled upon me. The sickness will be over with. I will no longer be a sneezy coffee sonar in darkness. With the drugs in my system hopefully working, I realized I had another problem. I was thirsty. I've eaten a handful of pills at this point, and my throat was in desperate need of liquid. I set off, with only the silhouettes of buildings and the sound of my coughs to guide me through the night, knowing that just a block over from here is some sweet, sweet refreshments. I make my way across the street and down the hill, slowly making my way to my destination, but now it's starting to rain and I can't risk my cold getting any worse, so I hide in a shed for a second time today. Luckily, I found a thermometer, and after a quick Google search to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, I knew all would be fine. Finally, the rain died down enough for me to continue on toward my goal, my mouth getting drier by the second. As I passed the house, I decided to check inside it in hopes that I would find something, anything, to help me on this nightmare adventure I found myself in, but with nothing of significance, I continued on to the next house. Once again, I find myself waiting for the rain to go away and think about all the events in my life that led me to this point. Just as I think about jumping off this building to my demise, the rain quickly comes to an end, and I make my way back down the stairs, back on my way to some much-needed drinking water. But then, like a goddamn horror movie, I stumble upon a body of some poor soul, and know that death is still a very real possibility. I quickly search the house and leave. Finally, after what feels like hours of me crawling around in the darkness, I make my way to the fountain, still sick and still cold, but with a stomach full of sweet, sweet H2O. I escape the town, even managed to get rid of my cold, and I owe it all to one brave man. Me.